Hey, what is going on, guys? Xpertfusion here, and in this video I'm going to do my predictions for the Season 6 mid-season finale, Episode 8, which is titled Start to Finish. So this is going to be kind of like the No Way Out story arc, I guess you can say, of the comics, which is going to be very, very interesting to see. I'm going to break down the promo for you guys, and I'm going to go over some predictions I have, some death predictions, some overall predictions of what's going to happen in the episode and how it's going to end, stuff like that, and you guys can say how you think the episode is going to go in the comment section below. And we can kind of speculate together what we think is going to happen in this episode, because I'm definitely very excited for this episode. Probably going to be one of the best episodes of the series, to be honest, and I'm very, very fucking excited, as I will say plenty of times in this video for this episode, because No Way Out in the comics is one of the best story arcs in the comics. And I'm not going to try to spoil it for anybody, but I will be spoiling it later on. But let me just say, No Way Out is an amazing story arc, and it brings so much to the table. It makes Rick want to be the leader of the town, and No Way Out is very crucial. So let's get into this. So in the first shot of the trailer right here, we can see just walkers pouring into Alexandria, and it's going to be very interesting to see, you know, who will die, because I definitely think a lot of people are going to die, and you can just see all the fog and the smoke from the tower crashing down, which is pretty cool. And then here's another little picture of some zombies coming. Right here we have Rick looking scared as hell. So of course he fell to the ground because he was just, I mean, if a thing crashing down like that pretty close to him probably scared the fuck out of him, and I'm sure he fell to the floor like a lot of other characters fell to the floor, and you'll see later in the video. And I think this is how the episode will start off, just like this. I don't know if they're going to do anything else. I feel like it'll just start off right after the thing falls, and it'll just be people freaking out. And right here is Rick just running back, telling everybody, get the hell back, because there's a ton coming. You could just see all of them behind him, and I love this shot. It just looks really, really epic. You just see the smoke back there, and you just see zombies coming out of it, and it's all around the solar panels as well, which is pretty cool. And I'm very excited to see how this is going to go down the episode. Right here we have Tara, Eugene, and Rosita, who will play a bigger part later in the episode, and they run, or Rosita and Tara are running to go pick up Tobin, which Tobin looks injured in some way, shape, or form. Now, yes, I do predict that Tobin will die in this episode, and the reason being is because not only did it happen in the comic books, but it seems like it's going to be the time for him to die. He hasn't had like any character development. He's not like a main character or anything like that, but it's just a character death just to add more scariness to the episode, I guess you can say. And I'm sure he's going to be eaten alive by walkers. I don't know why he's hurt though. I don't know what happened. Did he get bitten or something like that, or did he just fall to the ground and hurt himself or something? Because he looks like he's holding his hip in like pain or something. So I don't know. And then we get this next shot here with Maggie just running up and climbing up a ladder. Now she is going to be stuck in the little watchtower, kind of like how Andrea was in the comic books, and she's going to be stuck up there with walkers just surrounding her. And you're going to see later she's going to be in a big problem. I do believe this is actually pretty interesting, because Glenn was in this predicament before, being on a dumpster surrounded by walkers, and now she is stuck on similar thing. It's, you know, higher than the walkers, and there's just walkers surrounding her. She's going to be stuck up there, and I'm sure something crazy is going to happen, and maybe the walkers will start pushing the guard tower, because this guard tower isn't like an actual guard tower. It's a smaller one. It's not reinforced, so walkers can break that down pretty easily. So I'm almost sure that the walkers will break up a certain part of it, because later in the promo you could actually see something really cool. So let me get to this part real quick. We have Tara, Eugene, and Rosita in a garage. They all have guns, and, well, no, not Eugene. Eugene has his machete, and you just have walkers just putting their hands up in a really cool shot right here. They're just trying to get in. And I think it's going to be very interesting to see them trying to just fight against these walkers, because it's going to be pretty crazy to see it. And just one thing to take in mind, Tobin is not with them, so does that mean Tobin was killed, or did he just go with someone else? I think he was eaten alive, and maybe he's out there in that herd right now being eaten, and they just had to leave him behind because they couldn't do anything about it. That's what I'm predicting. Right here is just another shot of some walkers walking through the town. And it's going to be absolutely crazy, and I'm really excited to see it. Right here we have a shot of Eugene, who looks pretty damn scared. I'm sure it's going to be very similar to the beginning of the episode. He's kind of hiding behind a little piece of wood or something like that, and he looks scared as shit. And then right here is the reason why I said I think Maggie will been a big problem in this episode. This guard tower must have broken down, because look at you can see the ladder on the side, and you just see walkers grabbing her, and I'm sure she'll survive this. She won't die. I don't think Maggie will be killed off anytime soon. And then right here we have a picture of Rick and Michonne, who just look absolutely just terrified. And I'm sure this is going to be during inside of Jesse's house, and they're going to be just scared as shit. So I do think this will take place in Jesse's house, and I believe it's going to be similar to the comics with Michonne, Rick, Jesse's family, Carl, Judith. Well, Judith wasn't in the comics, but, you know, Judith's going to be here probably. And Father Gabriel, I think. That's what I'm pretty sure it's going to be. And I do think Father Gabriel will step up in this episode. I'm very excited for Father Gabriel because in the comics, during No Way Out, he does step up and he does kill a lot of walkers. So I definitely think that'll be happening in this episode, that he'll be stepping up and maybe becoming some fan favorites eventually, which I'm hoping will happen. Right here we have a shot of Morgan, which Morgan is probably going to be stuck in the house with her, Carol and Denise and the wolf. And so this questions me, why is he outside right now? Maybe he heard the guard tower fall, ran outside, saw the walkers, and ran back in with Carol and Denise and the wolf. So that's what I'm predicting for that. On the right here, we have the last shot of just darkness of just all sorts of walkers walking through the fog. And it's kind of like a backwards view, which I thought was pretty cool. But yes, those are my overall predictions on the promo. But here's going to be my predictions based on the comic books. What characters I think are going to die. Let me just say right off the bat, I think the Anderson family will all die. I think Jesse will die, Ron will die, and Sam will die in almost the similar way, almost the exact way as the comics, where Sam is going to get scared, yell for Jesse, he'll start getting eaten, then Jesse will start getting eaten, then Jesse will not let go of Carl's hand, then Rick will chop off Jesse's hand to save Carl, and then Ron, which this isn't happening in the comics, but this is what I think is going to happen, Ron will, after Rick just fucking cut off her mom's hand, point a gun at Rick and shoot. But guess what? Carl will jump in the way, get his eyes shot out. That's what I think is going to happen, and that's going to be freaking intensely crazy in my opinion, and I'm pretty excited to see it happen, but I definitely think it'll go down just like that, and then Michonne will, or Rick or someone like that will kill Ron after doing that, because I don't know, I just think that'll happen. And at the very end of the episode, I think this will happen at the very end, and it'll be the cliffhanger for the episode, and we'll have to wait till next week to see if Carl survives, but of course, I think he will survive, of course. Some other characters I think are going to die in this episode. Deanna, I think it's Deanna's time to go, man. I hope she goes out like a trooper, and she doesn't go out like a coward like Douglas in the comics, but I definitely think this is her last episode. Who else do I think is going to die? I definitely think the wolf is going to die. I think Carol might throw it out into the herd to kind of give a little, way of Morgan and Carol and Denise possibly escaping, but I'm sure Morgan will have a problem with that. But maybe this is going to be his turning point. Maybe he'll let Carol do it or not. I don't really know, but it can go any way, really. So we'll have to wait and see for that. What other characters I think I'm going to die? Honestly, just a bunch of random Alexandrians that we don't know. So yeah, that's basically all for that. So are we going to see Daryl, Abraham, or Sasha? I don't really think so. Maybe the last few minutes they'll come back and maybe use that RPG to their advantage. But this is just how I think the episode's going to go. It's just going to be intense, just people hiding for their lives, fighting walkers, and just a lot of craziness. I definitely think it's going to be that. Do not believe it's a 90-minute episode, but oh well, we're still going to get a lot of stuff out of it, even though it's not a 90-minute episode, and I'm very excited for it. So those characters I think are going to die in this episode. I think the rest of them are safe. Maybe Tara will die, I don't know, but probably not. I think they're going to save her death for Season 6 finale for something that happened in the comics with Abraham, and I think they're going to switch it around and make Tara die by that way, and so it'll affect Eugene in a completely different way, because Eugene and Tara are good friends, so it'll be kind of cool to see that happen, and I think that'd be a good way for Tara to go out. But overall, that is my predictions for the Season 6 mid-season finale, and I'm fucking stoked for it. And let me know what your predictions are in the comment section below. Do you think Carl's going to get his eyes shot out? Do you think, same way it'll go in the comics? Do you think Father Gabriel will step up in this episode? Who do you think will die in this episode? What do you guys think? I want to hear in the comment section below. I'll see you guys on my next video. Peace out.